which have borne witness of thy charity before the church, whom if thou bring forward on their journey after a godly sort, thou shalt do well, because that for his name's sake they went forth, taking nothing of the Gentiles. 3 John 1, 6-7. You hear the cry of heaven in these lines. They bore witness of thy charity, whom if thou bring forward on their journey after a godly sort, thou shalt do well. Charity here is the very life of God within you, your own human imagination awakened as Christ. To bear witness of that charity is to live from the center of your being, to let the pattern of Jesus Christ unfold in you, not as a distant ideal, but as your present tense reality. When you bring forward these witnesses, you are sending forth the Word made flesh in you, trusting it wholly, taking nothing from the Gentiles, that is, nothing from sense or outward circumstance. You do not borrow proofs, arguments, or external tokens. You lean solely on the living truth you have already experienced within. This is the godly way, to propel your own inner Christ seed across the threshold of doubt, expecting it to flower into manifest fulfillment. In that act you do well, for you move as the one who said, I came into the world to bear witness to the truth. You are that witness. You need no tribute from the realm of facts, no witness but your own steady assumption. As they went forth, taking nothing, so must you, believing the invisible, persisting in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, until heaven's promise hardens into your experience. Thus the secret of these verses unfolds. Those who carry God within have nothing to borrow from without. Their power is absolute, their provision inexhaustible. Send forth your inner messengers, your convictions, your imaginal acts, and watch the unfamiliar world bow to the Christ you have dared to be. In that journey lie your triumph and your peace. To live borne witness of thy charity before the church is to abide in that inner sanctuary where love itself becomes your guiding essence, replacing every motive born of fear or need. As you move through each moment, carry this love forward on your journey, allowing it to shine in every encounter and circumstance, softly illuminating the world around you. In this way, you learn to take nothing from the Gentiles, refusing to lean on outer approval, conditions, or circumstances for validation, and instead draw wholly from the creative power of your own imagined reality, crafting each experience from the rich soil of your awakened consciousness. Imagination is nothing less than the silent church in which your true creative power resides. When you deliberately assume and feel the reality of divine love within, that inner experience quickly hardens into fact. By consciously holding the mental offering of charity and refusing to borrow strength from mere appearances, what some might call Gentiles, you awaken the law that imagining creates reality. As you persist in that inner conviction, your outer world steadily reorganizes itself to mirror the state you have embraced within. In this passage, you are invited to uncover the God power of self-giving love that resides at your core. You stand as the silent inner host, bearing witness by consistently radiating love as the primary force behind every outcome. At the same time, you honor the absolute sovereignty of your imagination, embracing its divine capacity to shelter and nourish every thought form until it blossoms into visible evidence in your life. Begin each morning by stepping into an inner church of silence, consciously feeling the warmth of charity as though it already courses through your entire day. Then refuse all dependency on news, opinions, or circumstances. Whenever a doubt arises, gently return to that sustaining sense of love and silently affirm, I take nothing from the world, I give all from the divine within. As you maintain this inner state, you will notice daily events shift around you, relationships opening, doors appearing, resources flowing, because your hidden attitude has magnetized its perfect expression. Living in this secret, you become both host and guest at your own divine banquet, no longer borrowing power but radiating it, and thus drawing every blessing as the natural fruit of your awakened imagination.